In this video, it will be my last time loading up Wwe 2K23. If you guys want early access to any type of videos, make sure to follow my Twitch. The tag will be held here. And I hope you guys enjoy today's video. Alright, so we have the men's 30-man Royal Rumble to start off the Royal Rumble. We have Bray Wyatt taking on LA Knight in a Falls Count Anywhere. It was the Pitch Black Mountain Dew stipulation, but we then have Alexa Bliss taking on Bianca Belair for the Raw Women's Championship. Following that is the Women's Royal Rumble. And then we have Kevin Owens taking on Roman Reigns for the WWE Universal Championship. Waiting here, simulate all matches. We'll find out who won the Men's Royal Rumble match. Bray Wyatt still ends up defeating LA Knight in the Mountain Dew Pitch Black match. Alexa Bliss does rewrite history and defeats Bianca Belair for the Raw Women's Championship. We'll go into the news after. And Roman Reigns does successfully defend his Universal Championship against Kevin Owens. We're still going to go along the lines of, Sami Zayn betraying Roman after the match ended. Alright, well, we're going to stick to Rhea Ripley and Cody Rhodes winning the Rumble. Heading to WWE Elimination Chamber. Alright, so full match card is Bobby Lashley taking on Brock Lesnar. Edge and Beth Phoenix taking on Finn Balor and Rhea Ripley. 6-woman Elimination Chamber match featuring Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, Carmella, Asuka, Nikki ASH, and Natalya. The next Elimination Chamber match is for the United States Championship. Big Bronson Reed, Seth freaking Rollins, Montez Ford, Johnny Gargano, Austin Theory, and Damian Priest. And in the main event for the WWE Universal Championship, it will be Sami Zayn taking on Roman Reigns. Brock Lesnar defeats Bobby Lashley. Finn Balor and Rhea Ripley end up defeating Edge and Beth Phoenix, which, if I remember correctly, it was the opposite. Asuka is continuing her path to WrestleMania 39, but this time she will be taking on Alexa Bliss instead of Bianca Belair. Austin Theory retains his United States Championship, and Roman Reigns does in fact defeat Sami Zayn in his hometown. Let's get to WrestleMania. So, the WrestleMania PLE resimulated is John Cena taking on Austin Theory for the United States Championship. Io Sky, Dakota Kai, Bayley taking on Becky Lynch, Lita, and Trish Stratus. Rey Mysterio taking on his son, Dominic Mysterio. Sheamus, Gunther, Drew McIntyre in a triple threat match for the Intercontinental Championship. Seth Rollins takes on Logan Paul. Brock Lesnar vs. Omos. Asuka taking on Alexa Bliss for the Raw Women's Championship. Edge taking on Finn Balor and Hell in a Cell. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn taking on the Usos for the Raw and SmackDown Tag Team Championships. Rhea Ripley challenging Charlotte Flair for the WWE SmackDown Women's Championship. And Cody Rhodes trying to finish his story against Roman Reigns in the WrestleMania main event. Let's get the simulation done. Austin Theory defeats John Cena and retains his United States Championship. Becky Lynch, Lita, and Trish Stratus defeat Damage Control. Rey Mysterio defeats Dominic Mysterio. I'm not seeing a whole lot of differences in what happened at the IRL WrestleMania PLE. Gunther retains against Sheamus and Drew McIntyre. Seth Rollins defeats Logan Paul. Brock Lesnar defeats Omos. Alexa Bliss retains her Women's Championship over Asuka. Edge defeats Finn Balor inside of Hell in a Cell. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are your new Raw and SmackDown Tag Team Champions. Charlotte Flair defeats Rhea Ripley. So that's the only thing that I've seen different so far is Charlotte Flair has retained her championship over Mommy. And Roman Reigns tells Cody just no. It's not your time yet. It's not your yard. You can't finish your story. You're going to have to wait until next year. All right, buddy. Brock Lesnar does in fact defeat Cody Rhodes. Right? He defeated Cody at Backlash? The Bloodline defeats Matt Riddle, Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn. Austin Theory retains his United States Championship. Alexa Bliss retains her Raw Women's Championship. Seth Rollins defeats Omos. Charlotte Flair defeats Queen Zelina. And Bad Bunny defeats Damian Priest. And I want to say, was this the one where Cody won with the roll-up? This had to be, right? Yeah, I think he ended up rolling up Brock Lesnar after being put in a Kimura lock. Heading over to Night of Champions, in which we have to go into the championships here again. And we got to remember custom title, so we're going to give this one here to Charlotte Flair. This title here to Alexa Bliss. Title is currently vacated. The Undisputed WWE Championship, of course, still goes to Roman Reigns. So, unfortunately, the game kept crashing. So we will not be seeing Trish Stratus taking on Becky Lynch at Night of Champions. But we are starting off the show with Seth Rollins taking on AJ Styles to decide the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Brock Lesnar taking on Cody Rhodes. Mustafa Ali taking on Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship. Roman Reigns, Solo Sikoa taking on the Tag Team Champions and Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Natalya stepping up to the plate against Charlotte Flair for the Women's World Championship. And in the main event, we have Asuka taking on the Undisputed Women's Champion, Alexa Bliss. This time around, AJ Styles is your inaugural WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Brock Lesnar defeats Cody Rhodes. Gunther defeats Mustafa Ali. Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa are your new Raw and SmackDown Tag Team Champions. Charlotte Flair retains her Women's Championship. And Asuka is your new Undisputed Women's Champion. Heading over to Money in the Bank now. So, we have Cody Rhodes taking on Dominic Mysterio in the opener. Ricochet, Damian Priest, Logan Paul, LA Knight, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Santos Escobar for the Money in the Bank briefcase on the men's side. Unfortunately, you can't have only 7 men in a Money in the Bank ladder match in 2K, so Butch was cut. Matt Riddle taking on Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship. Becky Lynch, Io Sky, Zoe Stark, Bayley, Queen Zelina, and Trish Stratus for the Women's Money in the Bank briefcase. Felt like it just got darker in here, Jesus. Finn Balor taking on AJ Styles for his WWE World Heavyweight Championship. And then we have the Usos taking on Solo Sikoa and Roman Reigns for the Raw and SmackDown Tag Team Championships. I know the tag team titles weren't on the line at the actual PLE, but at the previous PLE in 2K, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn lost the tag titles to Roman and Solo, so it only felt right for me to throw the titles on the line. Let's get into simulating. Let's see if anything changes here, and we're starting off with Cody Rhodes defeating Dominic Mysterio. Shinsuke Nakamura is your Mr. Money in the Bank. Gunther retains his Intercontinental Championship. Trish Stratus is your Miss Money in the Bank. AJ Styles retains his WWE World Heavyweight Championship. And Jimmy Uso and Jey Uso still managed to defeat Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa at Money in the Bank, but this time they're taking the tag team titles away from Roman and Solo. We are now on the road to SummerSlam in Detroit. So let's try this again. We have Cody Rhodes taking on Brock Lesnar in our opener. Drew McIntyre stepping up to the plate to a historic reign of Gunther. Logan Paul taking on Ricochet. Ronda Rousey taking on Shayna Baszler. Couldn't do the MMA fight, so we're making it a submission. 20-man Royal Rumble just to get LA Knight in there. This will take the place of the Slim Jim Battle Royal. Bianca Belair, Asuka, Charlotte Flair, triple threat, same match. Only difference, Charlotte is the Raw Women's World Champion. We're going to have Trish Stratus cash in her Miss Money in the Bank privilege on Asuka right after the match. And then we have Jey Uso taking on Roman Reigns for the WWE Undisputed Championship and what was supposed to be the Bloodline fuckery main event. We're just going to make it Extreme Rules. Starting off the show, Cody Rhodes sticks to his story, finishes the trilogy, and defeats Brock Lesnar. Drew McIntyre has defeated Gunther and is your new Intercontinental Champion. Ricochet defeats Logan Paul. The SummerSlam card has changed so much so far. Ronda Rousey defeats Shayna Baszler. That didn't happen. Let's check out the news. Who won the Battle Royal? Absolutely nobody won the Battle Royal. I'm giving it to LA Knight. Yeah.
Yeah. Good night.
Asuka retains her Women's Undisputed Championship. Following that, Trish Stratus failed her cash-in, and Asuka is still your champion. Roman Reigns, you ain't letting go of that title, brother. We're heading to Payback. Opening up the show here, we have Trish Stratus taking on Becky Lynch in a steel cage match. Rey Mysterio ended up defeating Austin Theory on an episode of SmackDown in real life, not in the simulation, because that just doesn't happen. I don't simulate Raws or SmackDowns. So, taking on Austin Theory for his United States Championship. The Miz taking on LA Knight. Awkward moment here. Did Jimmy really turn on Jay in the simulation? Maybe, maybe not. But they're going to be defending their Raw and SmackDown Tag Team Championships against the Judgment Day, Finn Balor and Damian Priest. Charlotte Flair taking on Raquel Rodriguez. It was supposed to be Rhea Ripley versus Raquel, but Charlotte still hasn't lost that damn title. And then we were supposed to have Shinsuke Nakamura taking on Seth Rollins, but instead it'll be AJ Styles in the place of Seth Rollins. Becky Lynch still ends up defeating Trish Stratus. Austin Theory wins back his United States Championship over Rey Mysterio. LA Knight still defeats The Miz.
Yeah!
The Usos, who let bygones be bygones, is what I'm going to say. That's how I'm going to play it here. End up defeating the Judgment Day. Charlotte Flair ends up defeating Raquel Rodriguez, and AJ Styles retains his WWE World Heavyweight Championship over Shinsuke Nakamura. Heading into Fastlane, this should be an interesting one. Starting off the show, we have Joaquin Wilde, Santos Escobar, Rey Mysterio, the LWO taking on Bobby Lashley, Angelo Dawkins, and Montez Ford. Charlotte Flair having a chance to be double champion here, taking on Io Sky and Asuka, the WWE Undisputed Women's Champion. LA Knight and John Cena taking on Solo Sikoa and Jimmy Uso in a tag team match. Damian Priest and Finn Balor taking on a double-booked Jimmy Uso and Jey Uso for the SmackDown and Raw Tag Team Championships. And instead of Rollins vs. Shinsuke in a Last Man Standing match, we have AJ Styles taking on Nakamura in a Last Man Standing match for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits get the job done. Asuka retains her Undisputed Women's Championship. Jimmy and Solo this time around defeat LA Knight and John Cena. The Usos are still your Raw and SmackDown Tag Team Champions. And this time around, Shinsuke Nakamura puts away AJ Styles and is your new WWE World Heavyweight Champion. We're heading to Saudi, baby. So, starting off the show, we have a champion versus champion, Drew McIntyre being the Intercontinental Champion, taking on the World Heavyweight Champion, Shinsuke Nakamura. Shinsuke Nakamura retains his World Heavyweight Championship. Austin Theory retains his United States Championship over Logan Paul. Logan Paul does not manage to capture that United States Championship.
I'm trying! Oh, I can't move!
Sami Zayn defeats JD McDonough. Bianca Belair has finally captured the Undisputed Women's Championship over Asuka. Thank God, dude. I don't like to think about this match too often because I'm a big John Cena guy, but John Cena does in fact defeat Solo Sikoa this time around. Cody Rhodes defeats Damian Priest. Insert Charlotte Flair.
Charlotte Flair!
She's just gonna be champion throughout this entire simulation. And Roman Reigns does in fact defeat LA Knight to end Crown Jewel in Saudi Arabia. Heading to our last PLE of 2023. So, at Survivor Series War Games, we are starting off the show with Zoe Stark taking on Charlotte Flair for the Women's World Heavyweight Championship. Second match of the show is Team Damage Control. Dakota Kai, Io Sky, Bayley, and Asuka taking on Bianca Belair, Becky Lynch, Shotzi, and Charlotte Flair. The Miz stepping up to Drew McIntyre for the Intercontinental title. It was supposed to be Gunther, but as we know, Drew McIntyre over at Money in the Bank ended up defeating Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship. And then we have the Men's War Games match. I ended up having to remove Drew McIntyre from the match, and I ended up taking Sami Zayn away from Team Cody. Let's simulate this last PLE of 2023. Charlotte Flair.
Charlotte Flair.
Team Damage Control gets the win over Team Bianca Belair this time around. This is what we all wanted at War Games. We wanted Team Damage Control to defeat Team Bianca. Drew McIntyre retains his Intercontinental title over The Miz. And Team Judgment Day defeats Team Cody despite a returning Randy Orton. And after that, the rest of the Survivor Series War Games history was written. I'll see you guys in WWE 2K24. Love you, bye.